Hi there, I am Laina Orlando and I am your instructor for the 365 daily lessons from A Course in Miracles. And today we are starting with the introduction. And this is a course that is designed to totally transform your life. What I add to it is that I will make it simpler for you to understand. I am going to make it easy for you to apply into your everyday life. Because I believe that A Course in Miracles, simply because of my experience with thousands of people, can be very difficult to understand. It was not intended to be difficult, but our minds have not been trained yet to see the simplicity in the Course. I have been able to find the simplicity in the Course. I received guidance from the consciousness we call Jesus, who channeled this book through the authors. And I have been able to apply this into my own life. And over the last 10 years that I've been assisting clients since 2012, to be able to really take this information out and apply it in a way that it transforms their life, I've been able to do that because I've been able to apply it to my own life. And it is an ongoing journey. I, like everybody else, is in the process of awakening. That means I continue to take the nuggets that I receive from the Course. And yes, 10 years later, I still read the Course almost on a daily basis. I have not found anything that is as profound, that is as clear, and that is as concise in giving us the very steps that are necessary for us to learn about the ego and then to be able to transcend the ego so that we can align with the voice for God, the soul, the spirit, whatever you want to call it within. So right now, what I'm going to offer to you is the introduction. After you have listened to the introduction, if you feel like it's time, go on to lesson number 1. If you feel that the introduction is something you need to sit with and digest, then come to lesson number 1 tomorrow. There is no rush to do this. There is no set way of doing this. This is a self-study course. You will take from this what feels comfortable for you and come back to the rest when you're ready for the rest. I want to thank you again for participating in this course with me. I am going to be with you for an entire 365 lessons. I recommend that you do these one at a time. When you come upon a section, you can do the section in that day's lesson. That's perfectly okay. But I wouldn't combine 2 lessons in one day simply because you don't want to rush through what is available to you here, especially because I explain how to apply these lessons and I give you lots of examples so that you too can have the ability to look for examples in your own life as you see that I go through examples in mine. And I do want to mention one thing, as I did mention in one of the previous videos, that I will change my hair. My hairstyle is going to change. The backgrounds are going to change because I have created the whole 365 lessons over a couple of different years. And I just redid lessons until I got them right. And sometimes some of the lessons were being done while I was in the middle of a move. So just know I'll be talking about a previous partner that I had for a short while I was doing these lessons, because it took a year to get these lessons done, that I am no longer dating. So you're going to hear a lot about my life. You're going to hear about my husbands, my children. You're going to hear about a lot of things, but the most important thing that I want you to hear is the message that Jesus has for you. And that is that you are the light of the world, and it is your work to uncover that light by looking at all of the ways that you have blocked it. And the way you block it is by all of the beliefs that the egoic mind has accepted as true that are actually not. All right, let's get into the introduction. I will start by reading right out of the book. We're inside of the text. I am reading from my Course in Miracles. This is the 3rd edition. And here we go. In the introduction, a theoretical foundation in paragraph 1, such as the text provides, is necessary as a framework to make the exercises in this workbook meaningful. Yet it is doing the exercises that will make the goal of the course possible. So yes, by all means, if you want to read the text, if you have the book, read the text, but doing the exercises that I'm taking you through is what is going to make this applicable into your own life. Sentence number 3, an untrained mind can accomplish nothing. It is the purpose of this workbook to train your mind to think along the lines the text sets forth. So by all means, look at the text and follow the text in terms of read it and enjoy, glean from it everything that you can. But these lessons are going to be your daily practice to implement what the course is teaching you in the text. Paragraph 2. The exercises are very simple. They do not require a great deal of time, and it does not matter where you do them. They need no preparation. The training period is 1 year. The exercises are numbered from 1 to 365. Do not undertake to do more than one set of exercises a day. So if you go on vacation, take your book. If you want to, or at the very least, have access to internet so you can follow me online. I am reading every single lesson, and they are written for you as well in every single one of the lesson sections. So you will always have this with you no matter where you go, because we want to make it easy for you, whether it's on your phone, at the grocery store, you're waiting for something to get done. Take this with you and do them wherever you are, one day at a time, one lesson at a time. Paragraph 3. So the workbook is divided into 2 main sections. The first dealing with the undoing of the way that you see now, and the second with the acquisition of true perception. The way we see now is unconscious. We see through the eyes of the ego. True perception has to be acquired, and that is to begin to see through the eyes of God, the eyes of our soul, the eyes of our spirit. So with the exception of the review periods, each day's exercises are planned around one central idea, which is stated first. So the title of every lesson is the central idea, that then the lesson is going to help you apply into your life and understand, give you greater understanding of what it means. So this is followed by a description of the specific procedures by which the idea for the day is to be applied. You are going to be guided every step of the way, and I am going to be there to ensure that everything is as simple to understand as possible, because it is not easy to change your belief system. The way you see the world is not an easy thing to do, but I will make it simple to understand and help you get why it is so important for you to actually do this work. Paragraph number 4. The purpose of the workbook is to train your mind in a systematic way to a different perception of everyone and everything in the world. Yes, you are going to totally, completely do a 180. You're going to change your mind, because the way that we have been looking at the world is backwards and inside out. We've got to turn it around. We've got to get it corrected. We have to learn how to see correctly. As I just said that in sentence number 1, sentence number 2 in paragraph 4, the exercises are planned to help you generalize the lessons so that you will understand that each of them is equally applicable to everyone and everything you see. There are no exceptions. This must be done whether you're looking at your child, you're looking at a friend, a tree, the mountains, the air, everything this can be applied to. And it is really important, especially when you're dealing with people, that you apply the exercises to everybody equally, whether you like them or you don't. Paragraph number 5. Transfer of training in true perception does not proceed as does transfer of the training of the world. In other words, we are handed down training from the teacher to the student, and the student becomes a teacher and hands it down to the next student. This is not going to be the same way. If true perception has been achieved in connection with any person, situation, or event, total transfer to everyone and everything is certain. On the other hand, one exception held apart from true perception makes its accomplishment anywhere impossible. In other words, you are not being handed information by a teacher to you. Jesus is acting as our older brother, as our friend, who is helping us remember true perception is inside of us, which is why it's called an awakening. You are waking up to remember the truth that is in you. And if you can apply it to this one, you can apply it to everybody. So you can transfer this way of seeing equally across the board if you choose to do so. So it's really, really important that you get that you are remembering what is already inside of you. It's just being activated through these lessons. Paragraph 6. The only general rules to be observed throughout, then, are first, that the exercises be practiced with great specificity, as will be indicated. Follow everything exactly as is given to you. Do not make up your own curriculum. This will help you to generalize the idea involved to every situation in which you find yourself and to everyone and everything in it. Second, be sure that you do not decide for yourself that there are some people, situations, or things to which the idea is inapplicable. Don't leave out the people that you have the most issues with. Don't leave out the people that are the easiest. Use everybody equally for all of these exercises. All of the situations are absolutely perfect for you to see how to generalize what the course is attempting to teach us. Because if you do pick and choose who you apply this to, then sentence number 4 says, this will interfere with transfer of training. The very nature of true perception is that it has no limit. It is the opposite of the way you see now. Paragraph number 7. The overall aim of the exercises is to increase your ability to extend the ideas you will be practicing to include everything. Until we can see everything as one, we haven't gone far enough. And I can assure you, I've been on this journey for 20 years. It took me about 10 years to really begin to get clear that I could apply love to everything. That there's only one type of love, and it's unconditional love. Until then, what I was learning was all of the ways I had built conditions to my love. And those conditions created blocks that activated fears and limitations. So it's going to take some time to generalize what it is being taught, but you're starting, and that is what's so wonderful. So thank you for doing that. So the exercises themselves meet the conditions necessary for this kind of transfer. You're going to be given exactly what you need when you need it so that you can apply this equally to everything. Let me read paragraph 7 altogether. The overall aim of the exercises is to increase your ability to extend the ideas you will be practicing to include everything. This will require no effort on your part. The exercises themselves meet the conditions necessary for this kind of transfer because you're going to be guided. Paragraph 8. Some of the ideas the workbook presents you will find hard to believe, and others may seem to be quite startling. This does not matter. You are merely asked to apply the ideas as you are directed to do. You are not asked to judge them at all. You are only asked to use them. It is their use that will give them meaning to you and will show you that they are true. I cannot stress that enough. Apply this to everything and you're going to see your life get transformed. There is no way for one's life to be transformed if we're applying these lessons exactly as they're being given to us. Paragraph 9, the final paragraph. Remember only this, you need not believe the ideas, you need not accept them, and you need not even welcome them. Some of them you may actively resist. None of this will matter or decrease their efficacy. If you listen to the lessons and just in a state of curiosity, just say, I don't agree with this, but I'm going to hear it. I purchased the course. I've got the book. Let me receive the information. If you're ready for the transformation that they promise, it will happen. You don't have to make that happen. But your part is not to resist what you're receiving. None of this will matter, the resistance or the judgment, none of this will matter or decrease their efficacy. But do not allow yourself to make exceptions in applying the ideas the workbook contains, and whatever your reactions to the ideas may be, use them. Like if you're judging an idea, if there's an exercise that you're in the middle of reading, use that. Oh, in this moment, I'm resisting this. I'm judging this. Because a lot of exercises are going to be about you looking at what you're thinking and bringing that to the process. Nothing more than that is required. It's a willingness for you to bring everything to the practice of self-awareness. This is a course in mind training. You're becoming aware of what is in your mind so that you can empower yourself with the knowledge that you can shift your thoughts if you so choose to. Thank you so much for being with me through this introduction. Let's get you to lesson number 1. Enjoy your journey.